In this video, I show you my solo road trip between Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco to Nogales, Sonora. The drive is roughly 1,000 miles and it took me 2 days to get through the entire route. This video was taken towards the end of April 2020 during COVID-19 when most of Mexico was on lockdown and only essential travel was permitted. I wanted to document this experience as I drove through 4 Mexican states, which included Jalisco, Nayarit, Sinaloa, and Sonora, Mexico. My goal is to show you what it was like to drive through Mexico during the time of the pandemic. My journey started in Puerto Vallarta. This is a view of Banderas Bay from Cruz, a popular lookout for locals and tourists. In 2019, Condé Nast readers voted this town as one of the best small cities in the world. It's a favorite beach destination for Mexicans, Canadians, and US visitors. In April 2020, the government closed off all the beaches and posted military and local police by the beaches to help deter people from going. As you can see, it definitely worked. There's no one around. And when I tried to take this video, I actually got stopped and was told to go home. This is the center of Puerto Vallarta. Normally in this area, you'll see a lot of tourists as well as locals walking the Malecon area. However, today, hardly anyone out. There was one woman walking in this video, and if you notice, a police officer was walking towards her, most likely to tell her to go home. So many businesses are closed except for pharmacies and grocery stores. You do have public transportation still running, and people are keeping their social distance. This is El Pitial, located 10 minutes away from downtown Vallarta. It offers a true view and taste of day-to-day Mexican living in a typical working-class neighborhood. Here you'll find amazing food and can go shopping for fresh vegetables and also clothing. Typically this area is full of people, but today many of the stores are closed except for certain places like the market that you just saw there. I'm going to take you to a different part of town, and I'm going to head over to the Marina Vallarta area. So the final place that I'm visiting before leaving Puerto Vallarta is Marina Vallarta, and we're just going to take a quick walk around the area to give you an idea of how it looks like. Today I'm leaving Puerto Vallarta and starting my trip. I will drive for about 12 hours, then stop at a town called Nogales in Sonora, Mexico. I'm I'm entering the town of Zacualpan in Nayarit, and I've been driving for about an hour and 15 minutes from Puerto Vallarta. I have to get through this town in order to go to Highway 15, and I'm just gonna show you how the town looks like. As you can see, there's a yellow tape there, so that means that people are not allowed to go to the beaches at this time. Okay, I'm leaving the town of San Blas, and in the background there you see a photo of the toll booth that was taken over by locals. If you come across that here in Mexico, do not be alarmed. Just give them a small donation. I gave them 20 pesos and they just let you through. I'll explain that concept in a different video. And also, just to let you know, right before I left San Blas, about 1 mile back from the toll booth, there was a police checkpoint, and they were stopping to ask where I was going, and I just told them that I'm heading straight up to Nogales, and they waved me through. So the sun is about to set soon, and I'm going to be stopping at Best Western in Navajo, Sonora, and I'm going to call it a night and end this recording for today. And then I'll continue on tomorrow and give you a little more preview of the road ahead. But all has been well and everything has been uneventful. I stayed at the Best Western Navajo. It was one of the hotels that was accepting foreigners. Many other hotels were not. The drive between Navajo to Nogales, Senora is about 6 hours and 19 minutes. I will show you some of the segments of the highway that I took to give you an idea of how it looks. This area here is Empalame, Sonora, Mexico, and I have another 4 hours and 32 minutes to get to Nogales, Sonora. I'm about to enter Guayamas, and up ahead there is a toll booth. Here's a toll booth coming up, and it looks like this one was taken over by the locals. And if you notice, the car in front of me did not stop. He went ahead. I went ahead and made a donation of 20 pesos. And if you notice to my left, there's federal and local police. So it is completely acceptable for locals to take over some of the toll booths. And I can tell you more about that later. Just be aware that this is going on right now in Mexico. I'm now entering Hermosillo, and from here it takes about 3 hours and 11 minutes to get to Nogales, Senora. Okay, here's another toll booth up ahead, and it looks like this one is manned by the government. And the toll due is 113 pesos. So it's definitely cheaper when it's locals manning the booth. Made a quick stop at this gas station. I didn't mention this earlier, but there has been gas stations that have been open throughout this whole route. So getting gas for your vehicle is not a problem on this route. Okay, here's another toll booth. and it looks like this one is taken over by the locals. If you notice, he's waving a flag, and that's pretty much telling me to slow down so that I could make a donation. Coming up is a military checkpoint, and at this location they did ask me to get down from my vehicle so they could inspect my car, and it took about roughly 8 minutes, and then they let me go. I just made it to the town of Santa Ana, Sonora, and from here it's about 1 hour and 25 minutes to Nogales, Sonora. I love the cactus on this route, so it's a very scenic route for me. Here's another toll booth, also manned by locals. Roadwork is being done on a section of the road just past Morris, so just be aware of this when you're driving through this area.
Continue straight for 45 minutes.
From here, it should be another 58 minutes to get to Nogales.
Gracias.
To give you a better understanding of the construction that is going on in this section of the road, I sped up the video so that you'd see all the different areas where construction is occurring. I finally made it to Nogales, and the first thing I'm going to do is go to the Banderas Bay building and return my temporary import permit so that I can get refunded and I'll have no issues if I decide to come back with my vehicle to Mexico. If this is the first time that you're returning your temporary import permit in Nogales, I do a separate video where I show you what building exactly you need to go to, and it's a 1-minute video because this building can actually be easily missed if you've never been here before. But this is the actual building where you need to go to. And again, I made a short video on this, which is 1 minute and 46 seconds, so that you can easily reference that video if you need to know exactly where it's located at in Nogales. After turning in your tip, you will be told to turn in your visa, and the building for that is located right across the street. Just park and you can walk across the street. Just be careful because there is a lot of trucks on this road. This is the immigration building where you need to turn in your visa and they'll stamp your passport. After turning in my tip and my visa, I drove for another 25 minutes and got to a military checkpoint. They just inspected my vehicle, they let me pass through with no incident, and now I am heading over to the border between Mexico and the US. I finally made it to the border between Mexico and the US. I just need to line up and wait my turn to speak to a US Customs officer. I hope the information that I shared with you on my journey will help you on your journey. If it has, please hit like and also consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you.